Greetings, puny flesh creatures, and welcome to the podcast known as Ludonauts. I am your host, the narrator, a cosmic being dwelling in a vast crystal pavilion at the heart of the multiverse. I have taken 3 earth creatures, Ludonauts, and I will set them loose in the world of Troika by Nelsonian Arts Council. So, without any further ado, let's meet the stars of the show.
Hello, I'm Craig, and I'll be playing Gitbit, the Temple Knight of Telak, and he's mainly a sword guy.
My name's Robin. I'm playing Pig, the derivative dwarf, who looks exactly like a garden gnome and carries a big axe.
Hello, I'm Michael. I'm playing Peter Penumbra, and I'm trying my very best to keep us on some kind of rails.
Previously on Ludonauts, our heroes, being short of cash, have accepted a mission from the Obsidian Sphinx. She seeks an advantage over her rival, the Carnelian Sphinx, in tomorrow's riddling contest. Our heroes will infiltrate the party being held at the Grand Conservatory. They're currently searching for the House of Indolent Blooms within the conservatory, where they hope to find some piece of information, perhaps some hint, which will assist the Obsidian Sphinx in tomorrow's contest. But so far, all they are is lost. You step through the door and you find yourself in a vast rolling prairie. In the distance you can see a small farming town.
A small farming town?
Yes.
Inside this sports-based arena party place.
It's this time of year.
It's like a conservatory. It's considerably bigger on the inside.
Clearly.
Well, I should hope so. It'd be really, really disconcerting. It was all perfectly proportioned.
Look, I'm going to be honest with you, lads. In my youth, I did have, before I found Telak, I did have a period of time where I was big into raidering. Just mad, it consumed my every waking moment. And, seeing a small farming town, unprotected, unmanned,
I'm getting the itch.
I'm getting the itch. I already, I've got my oil here, I've got my lantern. You might have to hold me back. You might that. It looks so pillageable. Son 2, have you done any pillaging?
Oh, I could tell you a few stories.
Okay, see, Son 2's he's chapping at the bit. Can't be contained.
That is 2 votes for pillaging, I'm afraid.
I know we've got to kill so many rats tonight, but look at them. Look at them frolicking. Unawares.
Are there any frolicking rats?
Not other rat
No.
people.
Yeah, I know. Are there people frolicking? I think you just said it was a town.
It's quite far off.
I'd start towards it.
Well, there's nowhere else to go.
I start towards it with an awful urgency in my step.
A slight pillaging swing. Onward, my froggy companions.
I just start laughing, hysterically on and off.
It's worse.
Random, arrhythmic intervals.
You get to play some pillaging music.
Ooh, frogs, do you know any pillaging songs?
Well, we could probably rustle up something.
Go for it. This is happening. We are death.
Raiding. You walk into the centre of the small town. You can see that there's a...
I'm going to go into the centre of the small town and loudly ask, "Hello, is this the VIP area?"
You can see there's a church to the seven-headed goddess. There's a bank. There's a couple of rundown ranches and there's a bar. There's various sort of yokels.
Yokels?
I make an effort to physically restrain Gitbit because I can see he's got the itch. You can see he's got the twitch.
50% of your produce goes to us now!
No, Gitbit, we can't handle the tax paperwork.
They will pay the toll!
It's not worth it. Leave it. They ain't worth it.
You're rolling into town like Lord Humongous.
There's yokels and there's a church.
There's a...
So the 7-headed goddess.
I'll pull out my sword that is Son 2, and I'll point it at a yokel.
Yeah,
and I'll
there's
say...
a young girl carrying a broom. She seems to be sweeping this platform in front of the bar.
Mm-hmm.
She says, "Oh, are you city folks?"
I'll say, "Shut it, you slag."
Gitbit, and I sort of grab by the collar. We don't use language like that. You've been to the seminars.
They're clearly slags, look at them.
You can't say slag.
Look at them.
You can't say slag.
They're probably producing wheat.
You've got to say, "Listen, you person of free given love." You can't say slag anymore. We've been over this.
She sidles up to you. Says, "I've always wanted to see the big city."
I'm given to understand that we're in the big city, though. I'm sorry, we're looking for the VIP area.
Don't listen to him. He's sloshed.
That was a rather stiff drink, I have to say.
We ain't allowed to leave this town.
Oh, have you already got a guy? Has someone already rolled in and taken half of your produce? I'll fight him. I'll fight him in single combat with all my boys watching to stab him in the back. You're my boys now.
Okay.
This is what it was like before.
She says, listen, we're just meant to be simple yokels. Just play along, okay?
Which direction aren't you allowed to go in?
We're supposed to stay in here till the party's over.
Okay, but we're trying to get...
This is our fourth or fifth party.
Right. I'm wilting. I'm wilting in the wind. So this isn't a real, like, pillageable... This is upsetting.
Is this why you moved to Troika to get away from your pillaging triggers?
You can see it. He's got the come down.
This is the worst thing to happen tonight. I don't even want to set fire to the village.
I'm turning our tiny son away so he doesn't see you.
I'm sorry, son.
No, it's
son. My two children, and I hold my sword away and I can't look at him. I'm sorry, son. Too. I'm sorry that this happened. Don't look at me. This is what it was like before Telic. Before I was ever present and aware. I was able to convert my ever readiness for pillaging into ever readiness for the end times. Have I mentioned it?
Not tonight, you haven't.
Have I mentioned it? The world's ending. It feels like it's ending right now. Let me tell you.
How are the doors doing? Are the doors coming inwards?
I hope there's some bloody doors coming inwards soon.
He's having a moment. Baron.
The doors have come in my heart. So you pretend to be yokels. I should have known you don't have that dead-eyed
quality.
that dead-eyed stare. Your hands don't even... No, I suppose. So which way to the VIP area, I guess?
Well, the big party's happening in the House of Indolent Loons. She says it with sort of contempt, clear contempt in her voice.
We were in the House of Indolent Loons.
Right. This is the thing.
We were trying to get to the House of Indolent Loons.
Lads, where's the next door? Let's stop asking where things are.
Yeah. That's a good point. Where's the next door?
Where's the next door?
To leave.
Round the back of the temple.
Right, we're going...
Okay, good.
This isn't good for you. And I sort of steer him away. Like you would try and press someone away from a bar who's
longingly scrape sword tooth along some wooden
you know how it is.
Building.
One burned house is too many. 2 burned houses aren't enough. That's how it always was with you.
This is a very confusing party.
So this is so yokel.
What?
Have you seen any frogs?
Apart from the 7 we've got with us.
Oh, these little guys.
Yeah,
they're frogs.
Or perhaps just musicians.
Yeah, there was a bunch of them passed through. Oh, I don't know. Time doesn't really have any meaning in here anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm beginning to agree with you.
We go to the back of the building with the door in it.
Okay, so there's a door at the front of the temple and a door at the back.
Okay.
I've had experience with them.
This is true.
Do you want to really... Would it make you feel better if you wrenched it a bit? Do you want to kick it? Open?
No, Peg, you should open the door.
You can't take it anymore, can you?
My heart's not in it.
Perhaps I'll knock on the door.
Good work, Baron.
Yeah.
Good what happens.
Okay.
We open it.
You reach out to open it, and it opens itself, and two of the
they heard me knocking.
2 of the large headless people emerge. They're carrying a large spiky-looking tree between them. They're both holding the pot. The tree itself is sort of writhing about, and it's got these whip-like leaves that are sort of thrashing about wildly. Now, does everyone want to make a luck roll?
Okay.
Oh dear.
Ooh, just.
I have rolled 11 again.
That's fine. Just don't do it.
I rolled a 10 exactly.
Right, so you're there.
Fail.
That's the hardest fails you can possibly get.
As the 2 the two headless creatures go past you, the tree whips out.
If they're not called anthropomagi, that something should be, because that's a great name.
Are they not cephalothoraxes?
Anthropophagy? Anthropophagy.
So
Anthropophagy.
Eaters of humans?
They're man-eaters, baby.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
So who was it that failed?
Me.
And me.
I
genuinely haven't rolled under 10 this whole game.
Peg, you take 4 damage Peter, aka the Baron, you take 2 damage, and you've taken 4. So the quick light leaves lash out and sting both of you. Gitbit was ready, and he managed to. He was prepared, and he got out of the way.
Ah! You blighters!
Buggery, why are they shutting those?
If you both blessed Talak more often, you'd be more ready for this type of thing.
I'm not reading your sodding pamphlets.
The 2 creatures stagger off, still wrestling with this unpleasant plan.
Frogs.
You find yourself. So, are you going through the door?
Yes.
Before we go through the door.
Oh.
Frogs.
Yes.
You seen that tree before?
No?
It would be a hell of a drummer.
Yeah.
Let's go through the door.
Yes.
You're standing on a small pier.
Again?
In a room. Yes, it's filled with.
I see 3 goblins. I'm not kicking them into
There's
the water.
there's no goblins. It's the same size and dimensions as the earlier room you were in, but with a door at the back. But this one has little miniature galleons fighting a little sea battle on it.
Oh, very
There's
nice.
standing at the edge of the pier. There's various party goers who are drinking and sort of carousing and enjoying the show.
Alright.
What to the party goers, Baron? Use your skills.
Well, my skills are actually
Baron.
rather unrelated, but
Oh.
I'll go and bluff my way over and say, hello there. What's this then? Good sport?
An individual, a finely tailored suit with a ball of writhing snake heads for a head, turns round to you. Says, Baron, it's the Battle of Salmian Ives.
Oh, taking place just now, or some form of reenactment?
Well, the real one was a little bit bigger.
Yes, I would have thought. I'm sorry, I'm looking for the VIP area. We've had a devil of a time so far.
It's beside the lake, the other side of the door.
This lake here?
No, the Lacquer Lake.
The Lacquer Lake, okay.
Is that the lake the first lake, the lake that you come to at the start of the place?
No, there's a large lake of lacquer.
Oh, lacquer.
Lacquer.
Yes.
And it's not just a name, it's a thing.
I don't suppose you know where we should go to reach that.
Just the other side of the door.
Okay.
The door across this lake.
There's a door across the sea. Yeah, the small sea.
Is there a dry way to cross?
Doesn't look like it.
I would like to
Yes, mate.
attempt to stride across the lake by standing on each little galleon, forming an impromptu, if not dangerous, land bridge for myself.
See the
This
galleons?
is going to end terribly, but the second we went into this room, like, it's like, it's full of galleons, I thought, what if I did me a Caligula?
I might...
A Caligula.
The galleons are not that big.
No, I don't think they're going to max land bridge, but like 1 per foot.
Okay, yeah.
I might have to bump Sword 2 from, Sun 2. Sword 1. Well, it's not even Sword 1. I might have to bump this musical singing sword. I don't think he sang yet.
No. What the fuck are you talking about?
Craig is playing he's in a quantum state where he's playing 2 games at once.
I might have to bump the magical sword we found from Sun 2 up to Mother if you die.
To Mother.
Well, you're the wife in this family that we've created, Pig.
I don't like how close you are when you say that.
Well, it's what happened, like Pete's not on board, is he? Sorry, the
Baron.
Baron's not on board.
The trick is we'll just have to legally change his name to the Baron.
Mm-hmm.
Maximilian.
Maximilian.
The Baron, fucking hates our mechanical child.
I just don't know why he's here.
Because he's enriching our lives.
He's done
Baron.
literally nothing since
And
we've arrived.
He hasn't gotten us hurt, that's for
He's
sure.
eaten a wasp. He's shook your hand. He's, rubbed his little tummy. These are tremendous things.
I bet if way back in the Velvet Caverns, if we had gone vertical up, would be in the VIP area right now.
Yeah, I think he's pretty crafty, actually.
Actually,
pretty,
that's a good point.
Pretty smart.
Small mechanical son of ours, which direction do you think we should go?
There's only one way to go.
He claps his hands enthusiastically.
See? You see, Baron?
He didn't even give
Yes,
the only
see?
correct answer.
Looks how little you know. And
You've never been a father, have you? You've never felt the joy, the terror.
I'm going to say no,
You weren't.
but I am intimately knowledgeable with the power and the glory. If
Not the power and the glory
joy
of
and the terror.
childbirth, that's for
No,
sure.
No.
But has anyone else got a better idea for getting across this large lake?
Ooh, yes. You're not going to like this, but...
Fire.
No! Frogs, right? I know I was a bit racist earlier, right? But you are, and you've never denied this, water-based. Would you go in that water? Does that look alright for you to go in?
They sort of consult amongst themselves. Yeah, it's not far. It's only... The door is only about 30 or 40 feet away. It's not like just a little miniature ocean.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to ruin these shoes is the thing. These oak leaf-based shoes.
Well, tell you what, if Pig's going to roll up his trouser legs, it's got and it's going to wade.
Pig plops himself down off the pier, and the water comes up roughly to his waist. You wade through the ships like some sort of colossus from legends.
I've got my son on my shoulder.
You're hit by a few stray cannonballs, but they're not.
It's not full size.
Yeah, they're very small. It's like being.
Are they like BBs?
Yes, it's not doing anything. It's more for an annoyance, really. You can see the little sailors on deck screaming and pointing at you.
Having studied this particular battle in dwarf school, I tip over one of the galleons that I didn't like in the original.
Do you often have particular galleons in naval battles that you dislike?
If you don't like Sir Francis Drake, right, and you were swimming through like a replica of him fighting off the Spanish Armada, you could just tip him in.
You ping one of the notable battleships over. The crowd start booing.
Oh, terrible sport, eh? I'll go and tell him off directly, and I'll go and rush in through the water as well.
You drop down the water. Obviously, it only comes up really to your knees.
Yeah,
and you follow Pig.
I'll follow on, but once you're running up to sort of vaguely admonish him, I'll just walk backwards through the water, just flicking the V's again, just shouting, "You're all dicks!"
We're gonna have to come back
discretion.
To be fair, no one could guess what our actual purpose is based on our behaviour.
Anyway, let's go through this bloody tour.
There's a lot of muttering about bloody aristocrats. Think they can do what they want. Always spoil the fun for everyone. You walk through the door at the far end. It's sort of like a large porthole on a ship, that kind of design. And you find yourself standing on a hill above a large lake of amber-coloured liquid. So dotting the water are hundreds of buoys topped with little blue lights. And there's a strong smell of some sort of preservative. Around the lake there's gentle rolling hills and foggy trees. And you can see at the far side of the lake, rearing itself up from the hills, is a building of sorts. It's a sort of collection of brutalist concrete solids. And it's covered in ivy and creepers. And you can see that there seems to be a line of plenty of servants and empty carriages and toppled palanquins stretching towards the entrance. And then you can see further down by the lake shore, there seems to be a stage set up, and there's also various sort of stalls. Quite busy. There's a lot of partygoers milling around on the lake shore.
Right.
This looks promising.
Is this where you need to go, band?
Oh, look there. Look. They gesture down to the stage. You can see distantly there seems to be other little frogs there. They go running off down the hill. It's the first time you've seen them happy since you met them.
Aw, well that's our job, doesn't it, lads?
Time to go home.
We got the frogs back to their house.
Roll credits.
Yeah.
Well,
no.
We still need to splash through some more bloody water to get here, though, don't we?
Or you could just go round it.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go around this one.
Yes.
Do you reckon that...
Don't tell me that we could have gone round every single body of water we've encountered so far.
Not the previous ones, no.
Okay, good.
They were ocean rooms.
Do you think that this brutalist building's where the rats live?
I think it probably is, yes.
Okay.
Let's proceed forward, and I'll try and dry off my shoes on the way.
I'll say bye, frogs. I'll never forget you.
Or you'll have to walk past them as you go.
I'll walk past them and wave and shout that.
You walk round the lake, which seems to be, as I mentioned, some sort of amber liquid, strong smelling. It seems to be some sort of preservative agent.
It's lacquer.
It's lacquer, yes.
Yeah.
As I say, there's various buoys floating in the water. Each one has a little blue flickering light on it. You walk your way round to where the bandstand is, and the frog band, they found the string section that they were missing, and they've started tuning up quickly because they're in a hurry. Obviously, they've already been delayed. A small man comes running up to you. Baron!
Hello!
Baron! Splendid to see you. Come and see my artificial man.
Oh, of course. Very good. Yes. Sorry, I got a bit lost on the way.
He leads you through the crowd. So there's next to the stage, there's a large waxen-fleshed creature, like a sort of, looks more like a hairless bear. You can instruct him. He'll do anything you ask.
Oh, very well. Do a backflip.
The creature sort of sadly totters backwards. It brings its big, flabby, fleshy arms up and sort of just falls backwards. And it sort of looks sad.
Tremendous. That's an incredible invention. You could ask it, Baron, if it knows where the VIP area is.
He hands you each a little filigreed card that says Dr. Boulderdash, Inventor Extraordinaire.
Very good. Sit up now.
It sort of cheeks itself up into position.
Yeah. Tell me the final digit of pi.
It goes,
Incredible!
Might
There
need-
truly is nothing it can't do!
And you've made this, Dr. Balderdash.
yes, quite remarkable, isn't it?
Yes, I like it. Is he oily? Can I touch him? Can I touch his oily skin?
He's dry to the touch.
I've got some oil.
Skin.
Can I like slather a little bit of oil on him?
Is he oily? No, we'll fix that.
Hey, nice invention. Do you mind if I oil him up? Like one of Muscle Beach.
Yes, well,
There's-
Doctor.
Further along, you can see a wine merchant setting up his stall. Calls it, Baron!
Ah, yes, good
Baron!
man. Just the man I like to see at a party. Hello.
I know you're a regular enjoyer of fine wines.
Oh, I
Perhaps
should say
you
so.
would care to sample some of my vintage.
Samples sounds like an excellent idea, chap.
He's got multiple big barrels.
All right. What would you recommend?
Oh, this one here, the 44.
Yeah, the 44. Yes. I'll take a swig.
He's got a big brass tankard that he fills up for you, and he hands it to you.
I'll gulp it down. Oh yes, I can certainly handle 43 more of these.
And do you know what the secret ingredient is?
No, I've only just seen it.
It's honey.
Honey?
As soon as he says the word honey, there's a roar from the artificial man, and it staggers up to its feet and starts heading towards the three of you with a bloodthirsty look in its eyes.
I'll stand directly behind Gitbit, my
Oh.
bodyguard.
I will attempt.
You were, of course, ready for this.
I am ready for this, but I'll attempt to draw my sword.
Is this a combat encounter?
What I do is, when I take the axe out, because the axe is the centre pole of my tall, conical red hat, and when I remove it, the hat basically deflates, and I put my tiny mechanical son up in there, Ratatouille style, as he can brace my supply of
the-
crisps.
Okay, Gitbit, being prepared as always, and
Yes.
steps into action. What are you going to do?
I will run at it screaming for Telak, but also like I'm still not over the pillaging encounter. I'll be like, it used to be more fun.
Half your produce! Half your produce!
Now, which sword did you draw?
I've drawn swords, the magical sword.
Sword the
You
magical
need
sword.
to give it a second son.
My second son, the sword son.
Okay, are you going to swing at the
I'll swing
artificial man?
at the artificial man, going directly for his neck.
I think you both need to roll for that.
Yes, need to roll as well.
I need to make it under my sword fighting
No,
skill.
you add your sword fighting skill.
Well, I've rolled an 11,
Here goes.
and my sword fighting skill is 7, so that's an 18 overall.
The way it works is that when you engage in melee combat, both of you basically try and attack each other.
Right.
And whoever gets higher actually makes that attack.
It's like a samurai.
Okay,
Yeah.
Gitbit lashes out with his sword and strikes the creature.
So
roll
now-
for damage.
And the damage is that 2.
1d6.
You roll 1d6 and you consult the bit on top.
I rolled a 1.
So the first thing in the sword damage column.
It's a 4.
4, so you deal 4 damage to him. You lash out and you slash a great bloody wound in the chest of the creature. The little metal friend.
Oh no!
It's attacking the creature?
Yep. He lunges towards the creature with his little lance.
So it bursts out from under my hat. Taking advantage of the cover.
Oh, was he under your hat?
Yeah, that's where I put him. He's burst out from under it. Yes.
Element of surprise.
Yeah.
He immediately gets battered and mauled by a bear.
No, my boy! I can't believe you've hurt my boy!
How many bits is he in?
Your little mechanical friend leaps out from under your hat and charges towards the creature with his lance. He drives it into the creature's side and it roars with agony, but he seems to have done it some harm.
And it's now my son has been engaged. Like this is it's personal, so I'm going for the knees.
Right.
which is generally the dwarf fighting style.
You don't have much choice, really.
Well, I mean, you've got the femoral artery that's inside the inner thigh.
Kick it in its bare balls.
Oh dear, I rolled a 3 plus 9. That is
I had to think that.
3 plus 5.
So I got 12. What did you get?
12 as well.
Oh, does that not mean something?
We're doing a little samurai showdown here.
Bear Marai.
Samurai bears.
You know, he is smarter than the average bear. Like, he did a backflip for you.
And he knew the final digit of pi.
He did.
Who knew that it was rah?
Look, none of us speak bear.
I have a language skill.
Does that mean you speak bear?
I have a language spell, which does mean I could speak bear.
Because I was going to
Say,
say,
cast your spell and tell us to fuck off.
I've done.
I try that actually.
I've done some Duolingo. That doesn't mean I can talk bear. It's either simultaneous. I mean, I can always burn a luck point just to hit it.
Yes, you test against your luck.
That's exactly my luck.
Okay, although your luck was down by 1.
Yeah. So I'm now on 5 luck.
The creature makes a swing for you with its big, heavy paw, but Pig dives out the way and slashes at it with his axe.
It's advanced dwarven fighting techniques. Anything come from above, protect against. And that is 6 points of damage.
You do a sort of dramatic slide underneath it and strike upwards, disemboweling it. It falls over in a crimson torrent of gore.
Oh my god, Pig, Jesus Christ.
It's dwarven Bushido. I've warned you before. Never test me.
The various party goers all start clapping. Oh, hey!
I'll sidle over
Doctor,
Now you know why my tall hat is red, to hide the bloodstains.
Dr. Balderdash comes over. No!
I'll
my
sidle
mechanical man!
I'll sidle over to Dr. Balderdash and go, oh, very interesting. How were you able to get all of the flesh and guts and gore in there?
Oh, it was...
Must have been well sourced. I was expecting cogs and
Tubes.
tubes, yes.
It's artificial, not mechanical.
Sorry, I misunderstood.
All seemed like such a good idea.
Dr. Balderdash. Do you have another one? Or
It took me ages to grow that one.
well, you can grow another one.
Oh.
Time doesn't work right in here.
I'm very sorry. He did come at us, though. I'll tell you what. Get in touch with my people, and I'm sure some kind of compensation can be arranged in the following days. And then I'm just going to swan away.
Charge him for 2 bear men.
All through this, Peter, in his role as a baron, just stood there with the tankard of beer.
Well, I was fully ready to be my turn and be like, ah! And just throw the beer at the bear, but...
We're the bodyguards. It's what you pay us for.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're in character for the first time.
Well done. We've maintained our cover.
Well, we're walking away. If we're walking away. I would like to... Because is the band still nearby?
Is the band are a little bit further over by the lake shore. They're just in the middle of setting up.
Can I shout down to them and be like, remember what I said about the fire?
I was hoping that they could have put a request from it. There's an old dwarven ballad. It's I killed a bear and I liked it.
Let's find some more people to talk to and see if we can find this riddle.
This VIP, the VIP zone.
Are you just circulating through the crowd, or are you going to head up to the House of Indolent Blooms?
Head towards the House of Indolent Blooms,
which is where we know the riddle is being kept. As
with my chalice now pleasantly filled with the 44.
Take my hat off and reload the axe back into it.
And I'll be like, Sword, how did you like your first taste of man-bear blood?
That wasn't bad. I mean, you were talking about rats and stuff. That was at least a little bit epic, I suppose.
It was 2 rats, wasn't it? It was 2 rats sewn together. That's what a bear is.
3 at least, I would have thought.
Yeah, I suppose. Let me picture it.
If there was a hell for swords, Second Son has arrived in the hell for swords.
He got to do what he wanted. He slashed a guy.
But even the joy of that is taken from him. Even his purpose feels hollow.
They're just big rats that like honey.
Aren't we all?
When you really come down to it.
Yeah. Indolent Blooms, though.
Indolent Blooms. You make your way up the small hill towards the House of Indolent Blooms. As I mentioned before, it's a large brutalist concrete structure covered in ivy and creepers and sort of waves of foliage, prismatic flowers growing, and there's sort of the gentle humming of insects. At the front door, there are 2 of the Pillbug Knights that you saw from earlier on.
I will approach and I'll be like, good day, gentlemen. Is this the VIP area? I've been looking all bloody night.
It is, sir.
Yes. Very well. I shall go in, please.
Have your ticket?
Do I have my ticket? I'll start patting things. And I'll be like, oh, I don't seem to see that I do. Hold on. And I'll, make a big show of, checking my extremely drenched in various things boot. And be like, oh no, it must have come out in one of the flesh rooms. Or perhaps in that sea battle that we were forced to wade through. Oh, I'm very sorry, gentlemen, this is quite a turn-up. But I'm afraid you'll have to let me in without.
Sorry, if you don't have a ticket, I can't let you in.
Do you know who this is? You slag. You pillbug slag. This is Baron Flubeligoop.
Baron Maximilian, shit.
He's had a few drinks.
I have a piece of drink, in fact.
This is the guest. The man of the hour. The special flower himself.
I've got an idea, lads. I'm going to detach my way from the House of Blooms. I'm going to go down to one of the stalls, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to push
Just while this is going on.
Yeah, what's going on? And I've got oil.
Oh no.
Because if there's something we need now, it's a distraction.
Can we at least do a kind of bluff check to see if it works?
Do you have bluff?
No.
Do you have any sort of skill that would assist in this?
I have got a sheet that's quite hard to read because it's in my handwriting. Astrology, second sight,
You're a Libra.
golden barge pilot, sword fighting, and something that's my first one. I think it says fusel something.
Oh, fusel fighting.
Yeah, fusel fighting. So that's sure your gun.
That's my gun. So no, but I could always try and roll on a skill.
At the moment, so you're trying to. So this is the initial part of the conversation where you're patting yourself down. You're making a show of hunting for your ticket.
Yeah.
Pig makes his way back down the hill.
Because obviously you've got the band playing. I imagine people are focused on that. You've got your various little stalls and whatnot. There'll be lanterns and lamps and people smoking cigarettes. And
That's very true, yes.
There's big barrels of honey-based wine.
honey-based wine. Yeah.
And it does occur to me, how flammable is lacquer?
I knew this moment would come.
So, he's a miner's kind of boy, right? He understands all the rules of how to safely handle flame, which also means
You can disregard them.
he knows exactly what you're not supposed to do.
Setting fire to an entire lake of lava, probably not the best idea.
Too late! He's got to finish this action. And remember, we have primed this because the folks have been told to look out for a signal, and that signal is fire.
Fire.
So I'm not saying fire to the lake directly, but I imagine there's probably a merchant stall near.
Mm-hmm, yeah. There's various merchant stalls selling, cakes, pastries, pies, that sort of thing, souvenirs, various Sphinx-related paraphernalia as well.
Sphinx t-shirts, Sphinx mugs, Sphinx
all,
socks.
all Carnelian Sphinx based. You get
absolutely.
Little, obviously, if you're a supporter, you're going to be here.
Mm.
I position myself next to one of the stalls,
Mm-hmm.
and I could jab the guy who running the ropes and says, I know this really inconvenient. The Baron, he want to have a quick word. I think he wanted to bulk buy some of your merch.
The Baron? Which one?
Maximilian Bombopoulos.
Baron Bombopoulos?
Yeah, he said that about the pillbugs.
What does he want?
It must be that way. He was sort of slurring his words a bit, but I think he might want to sort of bulk buy some of your souvenir stock.
What sort of stall is it that you've gone to?
It's entirely knickknacks around the Carnelian Sphinx. And this is when they had stuff for the Queen, got solar powered ones with Carnelian Sphinx that waves.
There's a lot of Sphinx bobbleheads, yeah.
Yeah. Snow globes, fire globes, water globes, earth globes.
There's books of her greatest riddles.
Yes, lots of books.
A few books, yes.
Tall pile of books, even.
Oh, would you mind watching my stall a second?
Not a problem. You might just get to him before he gets too drunk to remember that he's made this offer.
Yeah, you'd be... Well, I'm not there, but
You're trying to intimidate the pillbox, right?
I am. I'm like...
The merchant was running up the hill.
Yeah, he's got insurance.
Towards.
I assume he's even left a lamp?
Yeah, there's various lamps.
Oh, you know what's happening next. Tall pack of books. He's got the entire stall. Do you want to do a strength test to tip it into the lake?
Are you tipping it into the lake?
Well, I'm going to sit on fire and tip it into the lake. Because then everyone will be looking at that, not at me.
It's quite a big lake.
Well, look, if I tip it, so things are falling towards it, everyone else has time to stop it falling into the lake.
You could
You're not concerned things might get a bit explodey very quickly.
Do I sound like I'm concerned?
So it's like next to the lake. You could set like the.
Because I'm thinking, if I set it on fire and knock it over, so it doesn't have to go into the lake. We won't put it into the lake. But if it's next to the lake, people are going to be very concerned about putting this fire out.
You could put the books next to the thing, next to the lake. So like the books lead a little trail into the lake, and then you can set the.
I don't want it to look too deliberate.
This would take quite a while to
I'm just setting it on fire and I'm knocking it over. Not into the lake, but it is down. It's very uncomfortably close to the lake.
As the merchant runs off, you sprinkle a bit of oil over the table, particularly on the books.
Yep.
And you've got a tinderbox, haven't you?
Yeah, we've all like everyone's got like a means of making fire, and of course I take like a snow globe.
Just pocket a snow globe.
Yeah, just pocket a snow globe.
I didn't realise you were going to be the most criminal one.
I solve all my problems with arson.
Well, you've taken a life now, and then immediately you're like...
I took that life in self-defence. This one I'm doing entirely in clean conscience.
Well, you're going to take a lot of lives, is the thing.
Oh, yeah, I am.
We've finally found someone that Craig can present to as the voice of reason.
Anyway, yeah, I'm not planning to set the entire lake on fire, but it is a distraction that's very pressing for everyone.
So, Peter and Gitbit, you're standing up arguing with the Pilbog Knights, when suddenly you hear screaming and a sort of whooshing noise from down the bottom of the hill. You look round and you can see one of the stalls has gone up in flames.
I see the flame, like, and you see it reflected in my eye, and I'm like, my time is now!
The two Pilbog Knights let out a stream of expletives and start running down the hill.
In we go.
Inside.
You can see the merchant that was running up the hill has changed direction and is running back down.
That's no concern to us?
No,
yep.
none whatsoever.
And Pigbone Nibblon has just merged back into the crowd.
Into that bush,
You walk-
like Homer Simpson.
just gone.
I like to think you walk dramatically up the hill with a big explosion behind you.
Yeah.
I was thinking more of a Viet Cong vibe, but yeah,
It's down there, chaps. Oh.
I think it might have been some Onyx boys.
Onyx boys.
How explodey is it?
I mean, it goes up pretty quickly. You can see everyone running over, trying to throw sand on it and beat it out with branches and things.
So is it just the table that's on fire?
It's just more or less the table and
It's not
the awning of the stall.
Okay, I'm going to muscle my way into the pavilion. Is it? Well, it's not the pavilion. What's it called?
It's the House of Indolent.
The House of Indolent Blooms. I'm going to muscle my way into the house with Gitbit, and anybody that's there, I'm going to be like stumble about, going, oh, fire over there.
Okay, well, you find yourself in a foyer full of chattering nobles and sort of swashbucklers are all posturing. The floor is covered with blooms, as you might expect, which, as you walk in them, the crushed scent is quite soporific. So would you like to make a luck check?
Here we go.
Am I also?
Yeah, you've caught up. Yeah.
I've made it on an 8.
I rolled the double one. My first success at anything.
And that's a pretty good way to
Yeah.
succeed. I have rolled a 10, which is exactly double the amount of luck I have left.
Right.
See,
I'm just going. This is the lichen all over again. I can hear it. I can hear the voices. I need to commune with them.
as you walk over the petals, it produces a heavy soporific smell. Gitbit and Peter managed to sort of shrug it off, but
I was ready for this.
you were ready for this. But
Parrying.
perhaps Pig, being a bit closer to the ground, gets a bigger blast of it. So you're feeling very, very sort of woozy and stoned right now. It's not an unpleasant sensation, but you're not quite ready for action.
Whatever, man.
It's a very good thing that Gitbit didn't fail that check then.
Yeah, like, it's just go with the flow, dude. Like, I don't see what's the problem.
Well, there was a bear man that tried to kill him. That was
Does
the
it-
problem.
Yeah, but that's like in the past, man.
Does anybody react to us barging in?
Nobody particularly. You seem to more or less blend right in. This seems to be very much the creme de la creme of Troika society.
Okay.
You notice a few famous faces. You see Pearl Peru, the merchant venturer, and Capricorn Schultz, the banker lord.
Capricorn Schultz.
Banker lord himself. Does he know?
Oh, you all recognise him. He doesn't.
I'm not surprised Damp Kenneth was kicked out, because when he met like the banker lord, right, that will have...
Yeah, banker's a banker.
Capricorn Schultz, the banker lord, he's embedded in a giant diamond,
Okay.
and he's floating above he's floating about 3 feet up, completely naked inside the diamond, everything on show,
As is
and
proper.
as is as well. And he's been pulled around by 3 little homunculuses wearing silver masks of his face.
What they don't tell you
What
is
have
that
I-
this is the culmination of Tory financial policy.
Yeah.
This is opening my eyes.
I would suggest going and talking to Capricorn, because he's an old friend of me, Baron Rambombulus, but he's not much of a conversationalist, what with being entrapped in the diamond. So maybe schmooze with someone else.
It's best, perhaps, might be best not to speak to Capricorn Schultz since he actually might know the Baron.
Yeah.
So, actually, tell you what, I'm just gonna groggily grab the hems of the Baron and get bits things and pull them closer. It's do we need a plan, or are we kind of just going with the flow?
So you can see ahead of you there's a fairly large, impressive door. In fact, both doors are large and impressive.
Mm-hmm.
We can take that as read. There's a door on the wall facing you as you come in, and there's one on the right-hand side as well.
Okay. And there's no obvious book containing riddles in this bar foyer area.
Nothing's looking out here.
Be a hell of a place to go.
Let's try that.
Yeah, let's go to a different room.
Yeah, let's have a look.
So we've got 2 exits, the large door in front and one to the sides, right?
Yeah, there's
what you
one
just
on
did?
the right-hand side, one ahead of you.
Ahead?
Ahead!
Yeah, man. Whatever you're saying, man.
Sure.
I'll slap you and I'll say, get it together, you've got to be a mum and wife to our child.
I will...
The pressures of being a single mom.
You push
A
your way.
second slap!
You push your way through the crowd.
I'll nod to everybody and make various positive sounding noises.
People seem glad to see you, but kind of involved in their own thing. You get lots of pats in the back and say, Baron, Maxie, old fella.
Yes, very good.
Well, that sort of thing, but nobody engages directly in conversation. And the 3 of you go through it into the next room, which is a banquet hall. You can see there's lavish tables spread with finger sandwiches and subtleties in the shape of dragonflies and moths. Man-sized silver urns, which seem to be holding sort of swirling alchemical teas in different colours. There's a grey one and a yellow one. There's a band, human band, playing songs from across the spheres in the corner.
Is there anybody having any of the food at the banquet hall?
Yeah, people seem to be tucking in.
I am going to town on those fingers. I am eating a Chernobyl survivor hand worth of fingers.
Is that just no fingers?
It's more fingers than you could possibly count.
Okay.
Peg makes his way over to the table and starts stuffing himself with dragonfly-shaped sandwiches.
I've got the munchies, dude.
Are you having any of the tea?
I have some yellow tea. Always drink yellow tea. That's what I was told as a child.
I heard something like that.
Yeah.
It sounds vaguely
My parents didn't like me very much.
You gulp down some of the yellow tea from a crystalline teacup. Your luck goes up by 1.
Oh, excellent. And it's great because it's to wash down the fact that I thought these sandwiches were actual dragonflies. I'm disgusted by what amounts to just bread and some filling.
I'll also get some sandwiches and have a go at the tea.
Is it the yellow tea or the grey tea?
I'll take the yellow tea.
Your luck goes up by 1 as well.
I'll try the grey.
Try the grey.
My luck goes down by 1.
It's like you enjoy the taste of burgundy. It's quite pleasant.
Is the yellow tea lemony?
It's yellow.
Is it the yellow one you're having or the grey one?
It's the grey one.
It's the grey one.
I'm just asking my companions.
It's a big thing of lemsip.
Oh.
It's just a
That does sound quite
gigantic.
nice.
Yeah.
I don't like yellow lemsip.
Oh, there's another, sorry, I should have mentioned, there's another normal tea coloured one as well.
Is grey not normal tea coloured? More brown, I suppose.
Yeah.
Earl Grey, though.
Is there any wasp-based beverages? Any proper tea?
Where do you think the yellow comes from in the tea?
Well, I'll believe that, I guess.
Believe it. And then we laugh obnoxiously, but I'm still very high.
The tea seems to cancel out the effect. It seems to bring you back down to earth.
Oh.
The grey tea, however, you drink some of the grey tea,
Yep.
and nothing appears to be happening.
Okay, fair enough. I'll take some of the sandwiches somewhere.
So in this banquet hall, there's 2 doors on your left-hand side, and 2 doors in the wall ahead of you.
Ahead. Ahead, Pig.
Ahead, left head or right head?
No, it's ahead.
The doors on your left look like it might lead to the kitchen. You can see servants coming in and out, with going in one door, out the other,
Okay.
bringing out things on trays, more tea, that sort of thing.
Things on trays, such as entrees.
I just got that. Entrees.
That's not where the word comes from.
Entrees.
It's not, no.
Oh my god, thanks for teaching me that.
It's a coincidence.
Entrees. Through the top
We don't
doors.
want to go through the kitchen.
Well, there's 2 doors in the wall in front of you.
Okay.
The right door. The right door?
I'm sure.
Pig?
And with the right door?
Okay, you find yourself in an empty corridor. To your right, there's a door. To your left, the corridor stretches off sort of indefinitely.
Through the door.
Indefinitely, eh? Well, we could go through the door. I was maybe thinking about taking a bit wander down the corridor.
Through the door?
If we go down the corridor, we'll be down that corridor for decades and decades and decades.
All right.
Because it's Troika. And
I was thinking we might be able to find some people that are getting into doing a bit of betting on the contest. And if we engage them in some conversation, we can maybe see if they've got any inside tips, if you know what I mean.
I feel like I like you better as the Baron, Pete.
Okay.
Do you know what we should do? Permanently steal his identity.
Well, apparently he has met some sort of, what's the term?
Grisly end.
Yes, well, no, not grisly end. Unfortunate incidents, I think, was what was
Like a grisly beginning.
To the door. Okay, you head through the door. You're in some sort of massive gallery. There's long, well-lit halls and cultivated botanical niches. You can see there's a display of fourth-dimensional artworks by...
I do love fourth-dimensional artwork.
By the renowned master Urca Gallum. You can see there's various cultured noble people sort of milling about, gently sipping on drinks and tea and looking at the artworks.
What colour is the tea they're drinking?
Various colours. Some of them have started strobing rainbow colours.
Okay, we'll go in. We'll go and investigate. Is this a contained room? Like a kind of dead end?
There is another door leading out.
I'm sorry, what started strobing rainbow colours?
Some of the partygoers are strobing in rainbow colours.
Like they're chameleon skin and they're going different colours.
Not like a chameleon, no. They're just sort of...
like RGB cycling.
like a faulty television.
Right. So they just are
They're
rainbow
doing
colours
this,
now.
Various different rainbow colours. They seem to be flickering. Their whole bodies are just flickering between the different colours.
How strange do I find this as a resident of Troika?
You're from between the worlds.
Well, yes.
You're strange.
You were born under a black anti-sun.
Exactly. Which is where there's no light to be colours.
You've not seen this specific thing, but it's, from what you've heard about upper-class parties, it's probably one of the less unusual things.
Okay. As we go past some of the fourth-dimensional art pieces, I loudly go like, yeah, my 8-year-old could do that. My hyper-toddler could create this.
Is this your chip on your shoulder about you yourself being derivative? Like, coming out?
Oh, yeah. No, it's like, it's the raw Freudianness of this. Like, it's...
Well, I think it's quite derivative.
Is derivative a bad thing, Baron?
Generally, considered to be.
That's fine.
There's a tall, thin, sort of grey-haired man. He hears you and he goes quite, well, you spotted it then.
The hyper
Specifically says to Pig.
I'm not going to be the first one to cast stones. Baron, cast a stone for me.
I'll throw my mug of beer at the floor. I don't know.
He gestures to one of the artworks. He says, you've noticed it, haven't you? Clearly fake.
Yes, well, I didn't know if it was that or if it was just a particularly bad effort.
See if you look. Only 3 dimensions.
Oh.
I'll look.
To be honest with you.
And I'll wait. That's still there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a physics joke for the audience at home.
So you're an old man, are you?
Sorry for the audio.
That's your opening gambit, is it?
You're one of these old men I've been hearing about, are you?
What do you make of the counterfeit art, then, old man?
So I think that obviously not everyone has a appreciation of art such as you find, gentlemen, and myself. It's easy for a Philistine to just accumulate nonsense like this in an effort to impress people, you know. These sphinxes are all the same.
Well,
do they all have big heads?
Yeah, oh yes.
Because that's where they keep their riddles.
That's correct.
Do you think that our Sphinx host has been tricked into buying this particular piece, or do you think it's a larger problem in the gallery? It's all counterfeit, or largely?
Well,
I've only just come in.
I only noticed this one so far is counterfeit, but I just think sphinxes, you know, they just don't look good art when they see it.
I mean, it doesn't have high hopes for tomorrow, does it? Well, if they can't identify basic fourth-dimensional structures, I know that and riddle making, they're not technically the same field, but it doesn't speak highly, does it?
Oh, you follow your...
I'm not a riddle head myself, but you know, it's everywhere. You know,
Yeah, well, I'm not a betting man myself, but I think the Carnelian Sphinx is going to walk it again.
It's
They have been on a bit of a run.
every century. And, again, not to be that way, but what's the quality of it all going to be like if it's just one team winning always?
I'm just going to thoroughly inspect this counterfeit piece as much as I can, see if there's anything special about it that comes up.
You know absolutely next to nothing about art, so but apart from the fact that it doesn't seem to be fourth dimensional.
Yeah.
Do all old men think that sphinxes are dicks?
I never said I never said she was a dick. I just.
Do you reckon though?
They're not classy people, are they? They think just because they're extra-dimensional entities composed entirely of the very substance of riddling itself that they can just lord it over the rest of us. No.
Very nouveau riche behaviour.
Exactly. Not classy, like yourself, Bar.
No, thank you very much. Well, not to be discourteous, as it were, but why have you come to this party then, if you're so against the sphinxes?
It's only once every 100 years, isn't it? I thought
It's certainly an occasion.
I would see what was going on.
You've got to fill a Tuesday. Yeah, you get emptied in the calendar.
It's been a hell of a Tuesday.
It's been a hell of a Tuesday.
Do you think that others could do better at the riddling than the sphinxes? I often wonder.
Well, I enjoy some of the Viridian Sphinx's riddles, but of course she's not performing tomorrow.
No. What do you think it is then? If you don't think that the which sphinx is this?
The Carnelian Sphinx is the one.
If you don't rate the Carnelian Sphinx all that much, what do you think is the source of their such long victory streak? Do you think that just the Obsidian Sphinx is just such a dullard?
Could well be.
Yeah, the cracker about coins though.
True.
Yeah.
Old man, do you know where the Sphinx
Call
lives?
me Carruthers.
Crothers? Old man Crothers? Old man Crothers. As the Sphinx's chambers around here?
The sleeping chambers.
Or just where they hang out, yeah. I assume they're about.
We usually hold court in the throne room.
The throne room.
Throne room.
The throne room, yes.
I'm sorry, Mr. Carruthers. He's always been like this.
You know, I like you, old man. You seem nice. You've got opinions about things. You can look at art and say whatever. And you seem, slightly racist, but not overtly racist.
Would you like to be our third son?
He's too old to be ours. There's nothing we could teach this venerable old man.
But he could teach the other children.
That's true. Would you like to teach our children?
About what?
Life.
Arts.
Art is a good one. That's a good one, yeah.
I think that the
troubling opinions.
Perhaps my bodyguards have partaken a bit too much of the tea themselves. If you'll excuse us.
I regularly hold lectures at the Tetrahedral University.
Ooh, do you hear that? And I'll pull out my sword.
I hear it's got a fantastic quadrangle.
Ooh. Well, if we make enough money from this job that we're on, we'll send our children to you. If you're alive when they grow up, because you're an old man.
He sort of says, right, okay. He pretends to notice someone in the crowd. Oh, excuse me, I must. And he sort of disappears off.
Remember about the fire? Wink.
Don't remind anybody else about the fire. Hopefully that'll be being taken care of.
That was the first fire. The baby fire. The pre-fire.
Yes.
The real fire hasn't begun. We've not even met the rats.
Why do you sound like a Command and Conquer villain? The real fire hasn't even begun, Commander. Is there another door in the gallery?
There's, in fact, two doors.
Oh, stop giving us choices!
Let's go with
one door is in more or less is essentially on the same wall as the door you came in, and there's another on the right hand wall as you came in.
Right hand, I think.
Right hand wall.
We're just doing a tight loop.
If only we had a truth-telling sphinx that we could ask which door is the right door to go through.
But then there'd have to be another sphinx that only tells lies.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, there are two sphinxes.
But if they were here, then I they could help. Bastards.
We could ask them, where do you keep your riddle book?
Exactly.
For example.
You pick your way through the crowds, past the sort of sculptures and artwork, and into the door, and the four of you find yourself in a fairly cramped and uncomfortable water closet. It's quite cold and damp. There is, however, a door on the other side as well of it.
Okay. First of all, let's check for Damp Richard or whatever it's called.
There's no sign of Damp Kenneth.
Damp Kenneth, that was it.
Can we listen out for the moss or whatever it was he was teaching us today?
No, let's go out the other way as quickly as we can.
Okay, pass through.
We don't want people to get ideas that we're spending too long in the bathroom altogether.
Well, your bodyguards were everywhere with you. Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Apparently.
Okay, you quickly exit the toilet and you find yourself in a library.
Okay.
Ooh.
Promising stuff.
Lots of paper in a library.
Anyone there?
Yes, there's a few guests milling around. You can't even see, there's no actual walls, it's just floor-to-ceiling books. There is another door on the wall you came in, but no door on the far side. The only other thing particularly of note...
There's a giant book labelled Tomorrow's Riddle, floating 15 feet in the air.
There's...
We'd never get that. It's too high. We've got nothing to get things in the air with.
There's two of the Pillbug Knights seem to be standing guard over a locked cabinet on the back wall.
Oh.
Right, let's huddle around, right?
Okay.
And we'll be like, I'll be like, alright, lads, it's been a bit of a night.
Yep.
This seems promising. Legitimately, though, you have to go through the bathroom to get into the library?
There was another door in this room.
Okay. But, the library opens into the bathroom?
Yes. It does seem odd. I don't disagree.
So, there's two pill guards.
There's two pill guards standing against the back wall and they seem to be guarding some sort of a cabinet. Well, you don't know it's
This
locked,
is
but
like the
I
place,
walk up to
right?
the pillbox. What's in the cabinet? I'm just curious.
I think it's anything particularly interesting.
Oh, you don't know?
Don't know myself, some sort of magical thing.
Well, that makes sense. You keep it on the medicine. Someone started a fire in the foyer.
In the foyer,
Yeah. You know with all the soporific plants? Yeah.
one of them turns to the other and says, I'll go take a look at it, Phil. And he goes off.
Phil. Is that Pillbug Phil?
Phil? Yeah.
Phil. I used to drink with his dad.
Phil?
Yes, Pillbug Phil. How is his dad doing? Bring him back. You go. Bring him back. We'll have a chat with Phil about
He's
Pillbug
already
Phil.
gone off.
Oh.
I'm thinking of ways that I could use assumed shape.
That's a wife, you know.
I could try and turn
Oh,
myself
well.
into a chloroform rag for you to shove in the pillbug's face. But,
So you gave the attributes of the thing you turn into.
I don't know. I assume so.
Do one of you two want to cause a distraction, knock some books over or something? To get the other guy
That's
away
your
from the book?
only move, isn't it? Knocking books over.
I've lied about a fire and I've started a fire.
I mean, we could just...
My
shoot
repertoire.
Is there any other witnesses in the room?
There's a few, there's maybe 7 or 8 party goers who are all they're either chatting to themselves or some of them are having a look through the Sphinx's library. The Sphinx seems to have a fairly large collection of books and scrolls and other documents from all across the spheres.
Would it be possible to knock over a bunch of... Because there's no walls, there's just piles of books. Can I knock
Shelves.
But if you just stop you're the Baron, you're drunk, just stop pulling shit off.
Yeah, could I knock over one of them so that it falls in front of the pillbug guard or anything like that? Maybe
You want to knock a book off the shelf?
no, a whole shelf full of books.
They're attached. The shelves are attached to the walls.
Yeah, so that's not a go.
No, you can just stop, pull them out, throw them over your shoulder. You're the Baron. You're a famous party head.
You could keep him talking. I could go into a corner, set a fire there, and then I could be like, shit, there's a fire. He'll come over, and then you could, assume a shape of a key. And
Remember
I think I would need to assume the
walls
shape.
are concrete. Remember.
the walls are concrete, but the books.
The books themselves are books.
Probably valuable. Yeah. And not only this, but I'm sure that locked box is locked in a way that,
Magically locked.
yeah.
Well, I'm rumbled. Should we go home?
Do you know what? To start pulling books. There's one pillbug guard there, and I've got an axe.
Okay, well, should we just fight him?
But
No.
But then
I could
it'll
take.
spill out, and then we'll have to fight our way all the way out through this dungeon.
I could take the axe to the box.
Okay. Well, alright, how about this? Okay. What have I got? I've got a backpack. I'll take all my stuff out of my backpack and shove it over the pillbug's head. You steal the box, we all run away.
Or you could just make the regular distractions so people don't think that you, the Baron, are a massive criminal.
But if they think that I, the Baron, am a massive criminal, they think that I, the Baron,
Yes.
am a massive criminal.
It's a cabinet. It's not really something you'll be able to lift up.
It's
Right.
like those cabinets
I was
in
planning on cracking it open.
Skyrim. Can we see what's in it? Is it like a glass cabinet, or is it...
No, it's
It's
closed.
not even going to be the sodding riddle.
No,
is it?
We could... What could we do? We could leave and go home.
You're big on pushing that one.
No, I'm trying to work this
Back
out.
to another lonely night. This is Stiffprune's boarding house.
Oh, it's never lonely.
No payday, 1 penny between us.
I
We
mean,
could.
And rent's due next week.
Rent's due next week. We could find the Sphinx, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like
what for what?
break one of its legs. Maybe push a sword into its brain.
Well, like this is
she
clearly
still wants to win the riddle contest.
this is clearly a
As you've been standing talking for some while, the second Pilbur guard comes
I
back,
told you,
sort
just
of just shaking his head.
I got. Oh, has it been dealt with? It's
Some sort of minor conflagration down in the
that's
the
dangerous.
regular
Your dad was Pillbug Bill, right? He used to drink at the Pickle Dragon.
Pickle Dragon.
Yeah. New Big Jim Concrete.
Eh,
Oh, everyone knows Big Jim Concrete.
I'll tell you what. I'll go outside. I'll activate my Valier once again to become a different Pillbug guard. I'll come back in, and I'll go up to the one that's got a comedy key dangling from its belt.
where are you going to go to achieve this?
In the bathroom, obviously.
Excellent.
Lock the doors just flick quickly to engage.
Flush the toilet before I come back out as a Pillbug. Go up to the guard that's
Yeah, it's a good sight. You notice in between you transforming between your Baron appearance and your Pilbur appearance that you yourself are also strobing different colours.
Okay. I'm assuming that's the T. As a Pillbug, am I strobing different
No,
colours?
no.
Okay, good.
The Valier functions, it's like a hard light hologram over yourself. So all the strobing's occurring underneath it. That's why when you were the Baron, it wasn't having that effect on you.
I see. Well, very good. I'll come back in, and I'll go up to the Pillbug guard that I'm assuming has a big comedy key dangling from his belt, and I'll say, you've been relieved of duty for the night. I'm here to take over.
You're early though.
Yes, I was called in last minute. Just got here a bit ahead of schedule.
He says under his voice, he gestures towards Gitbit and Pig. He says, listen, these two, they came in with, that posh stick, the Baron.
All right, there's a few of them, is it? What's it called?
they're-
The Max something?
Yeah, that loser.
Yeah.
I'm a bit suspect.
All right, I'll have a word and see if I can get them to clear out.
The second Pilbug says, what, so it's just him that's getting relieved then?
No, it's both of you, but like I said, I'm early, and my partner, it's like, he'll be here on time, but like, it's just me for now.
But it's supposed to be two of us guarding at any one time. You were there this morning.
Listen, I don't need your job's worth pish, mate. Just
go in and
take the day off, alright?
The two of them sort of look at each other, thinking,
You'll cover for them.
Yeah, I will. I'm not
yeah,
going to tell anybody.
we could go get some of that honey wine. That looked pretty good.
I did try it, and it was alright. Down at the stuff down
Drinking
at
on duty.
No. Like, the guy was set up yesterday.
The two of them scuttle off in their little Pilbuggy way, leaving you alone with the cabinet.
Okay. Well.
Fire axe time.
Yeah, let's just see what's in here.
Do you want to? Shall we just kind of try it? See if it's locked.
It is locked. One of their Pilbugs hands you the key.
Okay,
Oh,
thank you very much. I'll strap it to my pill buggy belt and swing around my truncheon while whistling. Right, let's unlock this thing and see what's in here.
Oh, are you a man? What's his name?
No, you're all under arrest.
Ah, well, it was going that way, I reckon.
You think an entity theft has taken control, and now we're going to be escorted off the premises.
It's full of deathly gases.
I was going to say
And one pack of cheese and onion crisps.
one pack. Yeah, go with it.
For the audience at home, he's pulled a face.
There's 2 scrolls inside it. It's written fairly detailed instructions for a magical spell. One of them says Assassin's Dagger,
Ooh.
and the other says Firebolt.
Okay.
These scrolls contain intricate instructions to get yourself in the right mental state to perform the spells Assassin's Dagger and Firebolt. Now, Firebolt is exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Self-explanatory. Assassin's Dagger is a little bit more complicated. It's not
an actual dagger.
It's not an actual magical dagger as such. You take an object, you whisper to it, and that object seeks out and vigorously and repeatedly bumps into the desired target. So, obviously, you can use it
On a dagger.
on a dagger.
Yeah.
You can use it on a letter. It travels any distance and it always arrives eventually.
Troika
that's
is the
very
greatest
good.
game system.
So,
In adding these to our advanced skills and spells.
well, you add them to your possessions. You've not taken the time out to learn them yet. You could potentially try and cast them just from opening the scroll and just trying to perform the instructions, but that's
Risky.
there's yes.
Well, we take the scores. You want to quickly lock up the cabinet before we go?
I suppose probably.
Because if you just because if you lock it, they're not going to realise we've taken something from it.
And take the key with them.
Yeah, take the
That'll
key.
be a problem for them.
Flush it down the
Fair
toilet.
enough. Yeah.
Actually, what's the key made of? There's a gold.
It's just metal. It's just a standard.
I think we should
it's a
maybe
fairly
keep the
generic key.
I think we should maybe keep the key in case it's a generic key that fits other things.
Oh, that's smart thinking.
Yeah.
That's why you're the Baron, Pill.
Anyway, Pillbug Officer, are you arresting us now?
Yes. Come with me.
We're being taken away.
So concludes another epic adventure of Ludonauts. Join us next time, where... Wait! What's this? What's this strange energy that's permeating my crystal pavilion? Ludonauts! What's going on?
Oh, that'll be the thrill power.
Thrill power?
Yes, thrill power, which you can hear more about on another podcast that Craig and myself are on, called Progslog.
Tell me more.
Every week, issue by issue, we cover the happenings in 2000 AD.
2000 AD? What's that?
A long-running British sci-fi anthology comic. The home of Judge Dredd.
So basically, if you like us at all, or just want to listen to our voices even if you don't like us, you can do it on a different place.
Please do!
It's another podcast, it's called Progslog.
I think it's pronounced.